Shalom. Hi. And I'll just be doing that so I could get like a good still frame for the picture. But yeah, man, shalom. Let me, come correct. Salaki. Mishpaka. Let me get a little. No, I don't like that. That don't look right. Tuck that in. All right, man, real quick. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 6. Halfway done with this book. Right? He says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun that is common among men, a man whom the Most High hath given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul. So he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth. Yet the Most High giveth him not the power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is also vanity, and it is an evil disease. So this is kind of what we were talking about, I think, a couple of chapters ago. How it's sad when you work hard and you get the money and you get the payment for it, but now you got to pay child support, or you got to pay tax to the king, or you got to pay alimony, or your wife from Colombia, she left you, and now you got to take care of her for the rest of your life because you thought she was in love, but she was trying to get a green card. 90-day fiance style, right? So it says, a man whom the Most High have given riches, wealth, and honor, right? So let's just say like Will Smith, right? Somebody like that, who wanted nothing for his soul, for all that he desired, yet the Most High gave him not the power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it, right? And this is going into like him losing his honor, him losing his riches and his wealth because of his relationship, the woman he chose to be with, right? I don't really like that one. Let's see. I mean, I made it pretty clear. I'm beating a dead horse, trying to bring it back to life, and it's not working. So he says, if a man begat 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be satisfied not with good, and also that he have no burial, I say an untimely birth is better than he. So it's better to have having a baby in the middle of a jungle or in the middle of an airplane, right, where ain't no doctors in sight, then what? Then your soul be not filled with good, right? Many men be like, man, I want to have a lot of kids. I want to have 12 kids, 13 kids like Jacob, right? 12 sons, one daughter, right? Well, not necessarily 12 sons, but you know what I mean, man. 12 tribes, one daughter. 10 sons, two grandsons. How about that? Or we could do it 11 sons and one daughter. I don't know. I ain't got time. I ain't here to teach y'all that. Okay? I ain't here to teach y'all how to spell or do math or add or subtract. I had a teacher tell me that once. I'm like, bro, what you mean you don't know how to add? This literature, bro. What you talking about? He says, for if a man begat 100 children, so a great lineage, right, and live many years, a long life, so that his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and he have no burial, meaning ain't nobody caring for you. You didn't even make sure to plan out your death. You can plan out your life all day, but who planning out their death, right? It says, verse 4, for he cometh in with vanity and departed with darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. You see that? So though he got 100 children, like, man, Pops was cool. Man, Grandpa was cool. Man, you remember, tell me about great grandpa. But it said, no, he gonna depart in darkness because he don't have no burial site, so no place to be remembered, right? No place to visit, right? No place to mourn. So he gonna be forgotten, right? It says, "For he that cometh in with vanity, he cometh in, and this smoke is fleeting, is vapor, right? And he departeth in darkness." He goes into the darkness. Now he goes into the smoke, the vapor, the unforeseeable, right? And his name shall be covered with darkness. So all his works, everything he ever did, is going to be covered with darkness. And for no more hath he seen the sun, nor known anything, for this hath more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years, twice told, yet he had seen no good. Do not all go to one place? For the labor of man is for his mouth, yet the appetite is not filled. Right? Let me read that again. It says, if a man be, no, that's not the one I wanted. It says, moreover, he hath not seen the sun, known anything. Right? And this hath more rest than the other. It says, yea, though he live 1,000 years, twice told, 2,000 years, yet he is seen, yet he seeth no good. Do not all go to one place, right? So we all go to one place, you know. I ain't gonna add no takeaway to that. He says, so even if you live 2,000 years and don't see no good in your life, it's not good, man. He says, for all the labor of the man is in his mouth, yet the appetite is not filled. For what have the wise more than the fool? What have the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering desire. This is also vanity and vexation. Right? So now he hitting us with these sayings, man. It says, for what have the wise more than the fool? What the wise person got more than the foolish person? And what does the poor, what hath the poor that knoweth to walk in the way before the living? Right? So he's showing you the major extremes in Ecclesiastes. Like sometimes the wicked survive and sometimes the righteous perish. You know, sometimes you work hard, but sometimes your BM or your BD, your baby mama, your baby daddy take you to court, and now you paying 70% of your check to child support. The biggest thing to take away from this book is sometimes it's not fair, but in the end, literally the last verse they ended on, let's hear the whole conclusion. Fear God, keep the commandments, for he shall bring every evil thing into judgment, something like that, right? He shall bring every evil judgment along with the good and the bad. You know, let me just, because we acting like we ain't got the supercomputer from the future right here. Let us hear the whole conclusion of the matter. Fear the Most High, keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of men. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. You see? So you can't be walking through this life like, man, why I gotta be all messed up, bro? Why my girl doing this? Why this? Why I can't have that? Because now you get into covetousness. Now you get into stuff that you don't. Now you get into witchcraft for real. Anytime you break, like, come on, dude, come on. Look, I don't even know how to spell it though. It's all right, man. Nah, I ain't even gonna put myself out there. But you know, it's about understanding, like, when you rebel against the Most High, you know, that's as dangerous as witchcraft, right? So, and we read that in where is that? First Samuel's. You know, rebellion is as witchcraft. Let's see, rebel, baby. Yeah, man. The Most High, he don't. Here we go. So this is when Saul was like, "Bro, I just killed the Amalekites, and I brought them some lambs to burn to the Most High." And Samuel said, "Have the Most High great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifice as obeying the voice of the Most High?" So he said, "Is it better to celebrate and sacrifice and worship the Most High like the Christian churches do?" Dang, let's see. He be bringing me places, bro, because it be places and stuff we got to talk about. I don't even be trying to get into no lessons for real. He be So is it better to be hooting and hollering and shaking the tambourine than to obey the voice of the Most High? Behold, obey is better than to sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So when you rebel against the Most High, it's like you may as well be doing witchcraft. You may as well be doing all that crazy stuff. Because when you anything you do without the Most High is witchcraft. Like that's how we really gotta look at it. Even as simple as like, let me show you something. Because Hansel and Gretel days, right? You got the big old cauldron soup, not even a soup, but a mixture in a cauldron, dead animals, sacrifice. Like a simple soup, it could be a sacrifice. Like that's what people don't understand. It's tea, like grabbing tea from the earth and mixing it up with all the intentions to get healthy. Is that not a form of, you know what I'm saying? A spirituality of belief. But my point is when you're doing it against the Most High, or when you're doing it without the Most High, or when you're doing it against the Most High, doing stuff that the Most High asks you not to do. Like He didn't ask us not to drink tea. He didn't ask us not to, eat chicken noodle soup. You know, but hey man, thank you for this food, Most High. You know, praise this man. We about to tear it up. You know, that's how. But you don't need to go and like do the whole. And no, you ain't gotta light no fires or make a circle of flowers or nothing. Like you just come with gratitude, man. But when you're doing it the other way, when you're doing it without the Most High, then it's something else. So let me finish this out. It says, "Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit." Better to see something, right? Better to have a bird in the hand than two birds in the bush, right? He says, "Seeing there be many things that increase vanity, what is better than men? For who knoweth what is good for a man's life? For all the day of his life, which he spendeth as a shadow. For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun?" All right. So, real simple, short, beautiful video, man. Especially the part where we kind of get into a whole little discovery, man. I be really enjoying them discoveries because they be legit. Like I don't be like, wait, like nah. So that being said, man, I'm gonna go get my day started. You gotta go get to the munyon and yeah, peace.